Hey, welcome back, my friend. Next video. Before you obtain financial freedom, there's a couple things I want to go over. Okay, I know you're so ready to be financially free, independent, get that cash flow, so you can live that lifestyle of earning passively, cash flow, and living passionately, pursuing your passion, monetizing your purpose. So before you get started with obtaining financial freedom, Juan Pablo, myself, speaking in third person now. I guess I made it if I'm talking in third person now, right? Like The Rock. Juan Pablo quit his day job in 4 years. What did he do with his cash flow? That's a great question. What did I do with my cash flow? This is what I did. I abide by the principle of if I don't need it, I don't eat it. So when I bought a 2-family, then I bought a single family, then a 4-unit, and a 5-unit, then another 4-unit, and a single family. When I began to acquire property after property, I wasn't financially free and independent yet. I still depended on my paycheck to afford my personal living expenses. So with every piece of cash flow I received, I reinvested it. I either A, pay down debt to make my personal credit look prettier, or B, I use it for down payment money so that way I can have more capital to invest in real estate. Or C, I saved it for reserves. Okay? But I did not do option D, which is dangerous. I did not eat it. I didn't say, woohoo, I got an extra $600 a month. I'm going to buy me a new chain, yeah! Or I'm going to take a nice fancy trip every month for $600 a month. You like a fancy trip for $600 a month? I don't even afford the plane and hotel, bro. Where you get what I'm saying. I did not eat the cash flow. I reinvested it. So that's what I advise you to do. So until you become financially free and independent, do not eat or consume your cash flow, meaning spending on liabilities, things that don't produce money. You're only going to reinvest your profits, your proceeds, your cash flow, your passive income to provide a better financial situation for you for income producing reasons. You're not going to use that cash flow to buy toys or to improve your standard of living. You only do that when? After you become financially free. Then you can pile up and start eating your cash flow. Because if you continue to reinvest your cash flow, you'll see a snowball effect. It'll go smaller, then bigger, then bigger, then bigger, then bigger, to the point you have this huge ball of cash flow that exceeds your personal living expenses. So that's what I did. Yes, it takes self-control and some self-discipline, but I believe you have the character and you can do it. Okay? So if you don't need it, don't eat it. Leave it. Leave it for reserves. Leave it, because you'll understand too that when you buy a property, you're just getting started, you might have underestimated some of the repairs, but if you have those reserves, that will be your cushion, a safety net, if you will, to help soften the blow if you made that mistake in which you underestimated the repairs. So just leave it and reinvest it on your credit or buy more properties through down payments. And reserves and cash flow should be saved or used for down payments that's in which you're having more expensive debt. So what do you mean by that, Juan Pablo? I didn't get what you're saying. You sound a bit tongue-tied. So what I'm saying is, when you receive cash flow, decide which gives you the better cash-on-cash return on how to reinvest your cash flow. Should it be A, used for another property, because you'll receive, let's say, a 12% cash-on-cash return, or B, use it to pay off business credit, higher expensive debt, and I give you a 15% cash-on-cash return. So in that scenario, you'll go with the option B of using your cash flow to pay down the business credit. Okay, so that's how you do it. Okay, and I've told you how to do your cash-on-cash return before. Is either going to be the gross profit you receive for the year divided by the amount of money you're investing. But if it's in regard to saving money, is your gross savings you're going to save for the year over the amount of money you'll use to pay down that debt. Okay, so that's the one you want to go with. You have to make the analysis yourself. And 100% financing does require sacrifices. What do I mean by that? If you're using a 100% finance model, well, you're using a lot of debt. I'm sure you noticed that. 100% of the debt is used to acquire a property. So unfortunately, you have to forfeit some luxuries such as lawn care. You might have to cut your own grass for your properties. Such as property management. You might have to manage your own properties. It can also be certain maintenance or even showing up to court for tenants. Those things I had to do. So unfortunately, it was tough because I was doing a lot of time. Because I couldn't afford those luxuries. Why? Because I had a business credit card I had to pay. That was more debt. So I want you to be mindful of that.